How's it going, YouTube? Right, I've got a bit of spare time today and I've got what I hope is going to be a really quick job to fill this bit of spare time. So we've got a bit to do on the camper. It's a really random time to buy these, but I've got a set of Remis blinds for the front. Right, so in the cab here, obviously we've got 3 windows. In the Volkswagen, what I've got is some of those custom-made curtains. So they've got like little magnets that stick around the side. And then it's got some little clips that clip onto the sun visors, and then they're like press stud into the sides there. But on this one, I was trying to avoid that a little bit because I'm trying to get this a bit more like a factory-built camper. And the only way to do that really is get the Remis blinds on. They're incredibly expensive for what they are, but they're incredibly convenient because once they're on, they just literally just fold back and then you can pull them out over the window. The same with the front one, you pull them both into the middle and it gives you a set of blinds just to cover all those windows up really easy and really quickly. And as overpriced and ridiculous they are, I thought this camper needed some. So I'm kind of hoping that they're supposed to be a really quick fit. If we open this door, on the side pieces, from what I believe, is this trim here, it just pulls off. And then the Remis ones, we'll have a look at it in a second, they'll fit straight over the top of that. And then I think we've got a couple of self-tappers to stick in just to hold it back. And the same with the sides as well. We've got some bits, some B-pillars there that we need to change. We take those out. We've got some little crossbars to go across and a few screws here and there, and that should be it, hopefully. So let's go and have a look at the blinds themselves. What I'll do is I'll bring them out here so we can have a look, because there's not a lot of room in the garage at the minute. I need to get that kitchen finished and in the van. I want to do that this weekend. So it comes in 2 boxes. You can either buy these as just the side windows or just the front window, or you can buy it as a complete kit, which what I've done here. So let's open this side windows and get them out and put them in there and have a look. Here we are all unpacked. Like I said, it's literally just a trim that replaces that trim there and then sits all around the edge of the window. So it looks nice as well because it actually covers up this metal. Makes it look a bit more like a proper trim vehicle inside. The blinds itself is literally just inside there. If we squeeze them, that's how it comes out. We'll have a look at that once it's installed. What we also get with it is this little bag that's got this little clip in it and a couple of screws. That's because I believe on the back, I say I believe because whoever's packed these instructions has given me instructions for the front window, some instructions of how to use the side one, but there's no instructions of how to fit it, so we're just going to blag it. But on the back, as you can see there, we've got that little clip there, which I'm assuming fits on the metal over the back down in this corner. And then up the top, I had a quick Google, and under this Remis thing here, this comes off and then there's a hole through there where we can put a self-tapper up in that top corner. So what we need to do first is we need to grab this trim here and just pull it off. This should just pull off in theory. That's that off, and that's literally more or less prepared. When you pull this one off, make sure those 2 white clips there come off with it, because they come out of, where is it, these holes here, and on the back of the new Remis one, that's actually got some clips that go back in there as well. On these bits here, these 3, these line up with some little sticky pads that's on the back. You can see there, the 3 white sticky pads, they'll line up. So I think the next thing really is we need to get all this lined up so we know where to drill the hole for this one here. So if I clip it on the window first, just to see how it's lining up. Right, on the back of this little clip here, what it's got is it's got some sticky tape there. So what we should be able to do is get it lined up into position, and then it'll stay in position, and then it's got a hole through where we can screw it on. So if we get this up and then I can pull that away, I can put my hand behind, put this in position, and then we can push it back and it'll stick to the metal, and then I can take this off again and we can drill through this and screw it on, and then it'll be on permanently. So if we just take this now and get it all lined up ready, that is the position where it's going to be. So what I need to do now is take off this backing here. I'll reach around the back, I'm going to clip it on, push it back, and then hopefully it should stay there, and then we can screw it on. Right, there it is. That's in position now. If I remove this, there you can see that's stuck into position of where it needs to be. So what I need to do now is we'll drill that and get a self-tapping screw in it. I drilled that with a 2mm hole. So now that's screwed on. I can take this, I can fit it permanently. I need to take this off first, and then I've got another little self-tapping screw there that I need to put in, and then that should be that door done. So let's get that on. Ooh. Not forgetting these 3 pads here to take the covers off so these will stick down. Forgot about that nearly. That's like a sticky pad of Velcro, so if you take them off again, that should stay on the frame. Try again. Put this cover back on as well now. And done. All right, that's one side done. That was super easy to fit, 2-minute job. And to use the blind itself, you literally just squeeze that, pull it across, and then it's got like a magnet on the other side that sticks it up, and that's it, done, just like that. From the outside, that's how it's looking. Nice and easy. It's super expensive, to be honest, but that is really convenient and a lot better than putting those magnetic things around. So that's nice. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to do the other side over there off camera, and then let's have a look at this front windscreen. I've just realised there's a really easy way of lining this up as well. It's got some little bits that stick out there, and what they do is they clip onto this. Just like that, so that stays there. That sticks out a bit more than the thing itself, and then all we need to do is pull those off like that, and then we can line it up, and I can literally just pull that away, and that'll unclip from that. So that makes things even easier than what I thought it was. I was just looking at the instructions for the front blinds, and I've managed to find the one for the side blinds. Look, it's on literally the very last page of the English bit of it, and it does show you on there. It's got those little clips, look, to clip it on. So there is instructions in this book, and I've got plenty of copies of this book now. Right, so if we have a look at this front blind and see what we've got. We've got a bag there that's got some glue and some foam and some other little fixings in. We've got some guide rails to go across. These are the 2 replacement B-pillars that have got the blinds integrated into them. And then we've got 2 little trims that go across the top of the windscreen, across there, just to trim it up a little bit better. Right, so let me have a quick look through the instructions, and then let's get these ones fitted. Right, first thing to note is these rails here. These are 2 different lengths. They're 2 different pairs of lengths, sorry. You've got a long pair and a short pair. The short pair are the upper and the long pair are the lower, so we need to remember that. First thing we need to do is we need to pull this out of the way and then get this B-pillar off here. These literally just pull off. You see the speakers fell off anyway. You would normally just unclip the speaker from the back of there, but it's fallen off. So that's all ready. So if we get this first blind, first thing we need to do is take that speaker and clip it back in there, and then what we'll do is we push this back into place. And this rubber here, let me just pull that out of the way because that's going to be in the way. All right, so speaker clipped on. Let's get this clip back into place. It's got some little black clips here on the top. I don't know what they was for, but they was in my way. I think it's like some extension pieces or something like that. I don't know if we need them. Let's line up this and see how it all lines up first, and then we'll know if we need these a bit later. First thing I notice is there's a little bit of a gap down the side here. Right down there, I can get my finger in there. I'm assuming that's what one of those bits of foam are for. So let me get one of those and fill it up. And also we need to put this rubber back on. So I'll do all that now. Right, what I'm going to do, before I put that in, I'm going to stick that little bit of foam on there, and then that'll cover up that gap. Right, so get the speaker back in because it's fell out again. Right, that's better. It's filled that gap up now with that foam. Right, so that's that trim back on. Next job, we need to get these guide rails. I need a short one and a long one. The short one goes on top. What I need to do is I need to screw it on there. That's the top one on. I will screw the bottom one on as well down here. Right, that's the bottom one on. Next thing, we need to get this little centerpiece here. And then on this bottom rod, we just want it on there ready. So if I thread it over, I will just pull it down out of the way and just leave it there. Right, next job on the other side. Apparently, we've got to fix these rods to the side bit first. And what it's got is, to go from the back, it's got some little screws. These are on a T10 Torx bit. And these screw into these little rods from the rear. So let's get those fastened on. Remembering that the short one goes on top. Reminding myself more than anything. Right, so if I put that in there, T10 Torx bit, and that'll tighten that up. Kitschy. Right. Same with the bottom. Right, that's both of those in. Now what we can do, I'm going to get the other side in just the same, and same again, we'll pull that rubber back now, take that B-pillar trim off, and then we'll put this one on and replace it just the same as this side. So let's get that. Right, that's that side in now, and what I've done is I've joined these together as well. So that's down there. They literally just plug into each other. There is some super glue, but I've not super glued them together. I've just pushed them into each other. It doesn't actually say anything in the instructions about super gluing them, but they did come with some super glue in the pack. For now, I'm not going to super glue them. I've just pushed them together because I want to make sure everything lines up right before I put super glue or anything like that on. So the next thing we've got to do is we've got these trims here. We've got to put those up now. So what they do is, if you can see that little shape there, they fit into that. Then on this bit here, this end, it's got a little clip, so I can clip it onto this rail. And then there's one to go on that side as well. Right, that's the other one in there. And then they push up there to keep it nice and tight all to the ceiling. You'll see it's got these holes here. And with these holes, what you get is these. And these screw into the roof lining. So what I need to do is, where all these holes are, I need to mark those with a pen, and then we need to drill a 6mm hole where each one of those are, and then screw these in. Right, that's all the top screwed in, all the way across now. So you can see it's literally got no light coming in at all, so that's really good. That's all screwed back, and that guide rail, I've clipped it in at that front. Next job we need to do is we need to get this, and we need to screw this down to the dashboard, but we need it in the middle of the blinds. So to do that, what we need to do is we need to close the blinds and then get that a straight line going down at 90 degrees, because what you'll find is it doesn't actually sit right in the center of here where you think it is. The center of the dash is more over here. So let's close the blinds and I'll show you what I mean. So we're at 90 degrees there. So if you look down there, what you'll see is where that's lined up, it's not right in the center of where you'd expect it to be. So what I need to do is I need to mark that where it is, and then get a screw in it and screw it down. It's a bit tight because the windscreen's there. I need a little angled driver or something. I'll see what I can find, and then I'll get that screwed in. That's screwed in now. That was a bit of a pain. I've had to use this, like a little wrench with a screwdriver attachment on it. Use some little self-tapping drills, because I've not got a little angled drill to get in there because it's really tight. But as you can see, that's all now done. So if I pull this across, that's not actually going to stay there. I need two hands. So they meet up. It's got magnets in the middle. Once the magnets meet, then it stays closed. There's a little bit here, look, these move out. Whoops. There's a little bit here, look, you can actually move these out of the way. So if you've got a rear view mirror or anything, I have got one of those little DVR mirror things to fit in this van. We're going to have a camera on the back, so it'll be like a fake rear view mirror working all the time. So we will be fitting that in there, but so you can have those closed or open depending on if you've got a mirror. As you can see, there's a bit of light coming in down the bottom. You can't really see in that well, but there is an optional extra of a little trim that goes along that bottom which will stop that light altogether. So I might look in to see how much that is, just to finish it off. But as they are, that's perfectly adequate, to be honest, and because of the convenience of them, you literally stick them with magnets, and then once you've done, you stick it back and it clips back. The same with these side ones. Super convenient and 2-second job just to close your blinds. Really pleased with those. Ridiculously expensive, but really pleased with how they've turned out. And this is how they're looking, completely closed from the outside. It looks nice and clean and like a professional finish. I quite like that, how it looks. Nice. And obviously fully closed from the inside. Looking good. So there you have it, super easy install. The hardest bit about that was putting those screws in at the middle, at the bottom, because it's such a tight gap between the windscreen and those screws. But don't forget to subscribe if you want to see some more on this camper build. We've got obviously loads more to do on it. We're nowhere near finished at all. And for anybody wondering where I actually bought these from, I got these particular ones from Magnum Motorhomes. There's actually quite a few bits within this camper that I bought from Magnum Motorhomes. I'll put a link to these in the description. I'm not affiliated at all with them, but I put a link there. I went there because they do some good prices on their stuff, and there's always a fast delivery. I got my windows from there as well, and a few other bits around the van. Like the video if you liked it, and I'll catch you again in the next video. Cheers.